By the way, if you have a privilege to get the golden visa, then you even don't need the NOC from the company, because your visa is completely separate. You're working with 9 to 5 in a company, and then you can start another business just because your visa is completely different. You don't need any NOC, anything from.
And congratulations on getting the golden visa recently.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, golden visa has been a liberating mindset for me, because I can do a lot of things, think about lot of things.
So how would it, so being a journalist now, asking your question, how has golden visa helped you?
Yeah, so see, the company I'm working in right now, they don't impose anything on me right as of now. But starting a new business always had something in my back of the mind that maybe I need the NOC, and even the social media that I'm doing, although everybody knows about it. But at the same time, I was thinking, let's say if I have to take, because at some point now I need the license, because a lot of brands that I'm working with, they were asking for the license. And for the license, normally, like a couple of years back, you would need an NOC from your company, and then you would apply for that license. Only then you can get the license. But because even earlier I had one of the business that I opened, but I then closed, not in loss, but at least I was not able to give my full attention to it. At that time also, I needed an NOC from my company to start the business. But things have changed drastically in last 3 years or 2 years. So now,
If for your viewers, if you want to open a company in Dubai, we're just dumping it down. So anybody, for your information, anybody comes to Dubai, even wants to open a laundry or a pest infection business, to a social media company, at an hospital, they need a trading license.
Yes.
Now, trading licenses are of two categories, right? There is a free zone licenses and the inland licenses. Um, Inland licenses, obviously, for businesses, you want to do inland. Free zone licenses, normally for business, you do out of land, from export promotion zones, or from places like Jebel Ali, or anything for export or import based businesses. Something like digital marketing trade license would cost you around 3 to 4 thousand dirhams. The licenses cost has significantly gone down. I was seeing Ras Al Khaimah doing a lifetime license, for a lifetime visa with licenses and everything. So there's a lot of options here. The visa cost.
Can you delve into this? Okay, just finishing off with this golden visa first, and then we'll come into this license thing. So golden visa give me liberation now, because now I don't have to, because now my visa is my own. My family members are also sponsored by myself, and my 9 to 5 job is already as before, and I just needed the work permit to work with my company, which is already in place. If I want to start a new business, I don't need an NOC from my company, existing company, except for the fact that, let's say, if I'm doing some kind of business which is conflicting with my 9 to 5, then it's a different case, which is not the case what I'm doing right now. Otherwise, you don't need any NOC kind of thing from existing employer. So for me, it's liberating that I can even start the third business, fourth business,
and it gives you a self-confidence.
Exactly.
Obviously, we for your viewers, to get golden visa, this is a 10 years golden visa, right? And renewable every 10 years. What's the cost of it?
So cost of it will depend on your criteria, but the cost itself is maximum 4,000 to 4,500 dirhams, depending on your situation. The criteria to get the golden visa is different for everybody. So if someone is having 30,000 plus salary, it can easily get the golden visa as of now, because these laws changes as well. So if somebody is already having 30,000 plus salary, they should apply for it. They'll get 10 years golden visa.
So anybody who has a 30,000 plus salary gets a golden visa. Anybody who invests 2 million now, 1 million.
It's 1 million, right?
1 million now. Who could split properties and get eligible for golden visa. Anybody who's an exceptional talent has done we've got our friends Daniel and Mani has got social media influencers to doctors, healthcare professionals,
even engineers, even engineers with
exceptional talents, right?
No, even engineers with they have one more thing now on top of, because in my office there are some people who are in process of doing it. if they have equivalency certificate from the higher education
Yeah.
commission here in the UAE,
Okay.
it's not the same as certifying the degree. It's a different thing. It's equivalency degree. So if
Yeah.
you get that, and if you prove some paperwork, there is an agency the government has hired to vet these kind of cases. So you can get that as well. Doctors, of course, since COVID
Yeah.
started, they have been,
Doctors, pharmacists, and everything.
yeah.
And,
Even just to plug in, because there are platforms like Smart Crowd. They if you want to invest through my referral code, you can get 250 dirhams of referral bonus with those platforms as well, because those platforms allow you to invest in the properties. Let's say if you don't want to invest in one property, you can invest in multiple
multiple
properties.
properties.
Let's say
Yeah.
10 properties, and then if the total amount approaches, I believe, 2 million. But if you're saying 1 million, it has changed, so it's very good.
It has changed now.
Uh,
So Dubai keeps on changing. It's actually one good part about Dubai is they're making it easier for people, not difficult.
hmm.
So full thumbs up to the leadership of this
Yeah,
country
yeah.
for
So
this.
so so we discussed about this golden visa.
Another aspect of golden visa. A lot
Yeah.
of people. I have friends who consider coming on to Dubai, working here as a as a temporary resident. They
Okay.
work here and they want to go to Canada or America or Australia because it's easier to get a visa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, there's always been a debate, but at the same time, if you look at real estate numbers, a lot of Britishers and Australians and the French are coming back to Dubai.
Hmm.
I've seen people who's actually left UK, Australia, and everything. They're coming to Dubai to work. Um, so this golden visa versus because the only downside which we see is that expat who works like 20, 30 years don't has to go back home. That's why
Hmm.
we have a retirement golden visa as well,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You can spend your life here
Hmm.
in Dubai, and I personally think if we really invest in low cost healthcare in Dubai,
Hmm.
um,
Hmm.
Dubai would shoot. So I'm
Yes.
talking
This
about
is the
low.
only. This is the
That's the
only flip side.
only
Yes.
only flip side. Low cost healthcare. They have quality healthcare, and it's understanding that
Yeah.
healthcare is expensive.
Yeah.
If we somehow click that market of giving right you know maybe about 10-15%
Hmm.
more than you know healthcare to elderly in Dubai. Dubai would shoot again. Dubai is here and here to stay. A lot of people actually thinks about 2008 or 9 recession
Hmm.
in property, and that happened anywhere and happened everywhere. It could happen anywhere in the world.
Hmm.
Dubai has gone stronger on that in terms of regulations, regulatory controls. I think the kind of regulatory controls and security in Dubai right now, it's pretty better than most of the so-called first world countries.
Hmm.
So in terms of coming and staying here, I always say obviously, let's suppose if you want to come here and want to apply for Canadian immigration or Australian immigration or any American
Visa. Let's say visit visa.
visit visa or
Yeah.
something. So a lot of people do get this. Ask me this how to get those, and it's a very hot topic. Shenzhen visas and everything. So for that, obviously the visa ratios and rejection ratios as opposed to India, Pakistan, and it's very low
Hmm.
in the
Hmm.
UAE.
Hmm.
Um, First, the embassies. The only thing you have to prove. So I know people who has a salary of 4,000 or 5,000 dirhams have got an American 5-year visa or a Canadian 5 years or 10 years visa. For Indians, they get about 10 years visa
Hmm.
as opposed to Pakistanis. Uh, but they have this program, so they have low visa cases. So all you have to do is to prove that you have money in the account, um, and the visas you get, pretty easily in Dubai. So Dubai gives you that access to the rest of the world as
Plus,
being a resident,
yeah,
of
being a
course.
resident. Plus, now that GCC countries are also unifying all the
Yeah, maybe a
visas,
one visa
so you
program.
have one visa. If you're a resident here, you can go to Saudi, you can go to Oman, anywhere. Oman was already easier. Kuwait is also accessible for, especially for Pakistanis, because they don't have this. They have issues with the Pakistani visas.
And Wali, I personally think Dubai has so much potential and so much things, and the so being a very liberal person, as I religion to me is obviously a very personal subject, but I'm a liberal by education, as a human. So is my wife.
Hmm.
We opted Dubai uh, for for its liberal approach. So Dubai to me is, somewhere obviously I could, a the my child could, have this liberty to learn evolution,
Hmm.
um, or learn spirituality, or interact with a Hindu or a Jew
Hmm.
or somebody from any other religion
Hmm.
without being hurtful. So Dubai gives you that
Cultural thing.
multicultural, multilingual approach, broaden your perspective
Hmm.
with decency, which you don't get in most of the Western countries,
And security as well.
and security, of course.
Hmm.
And the other part is it keeps them away from from the. So I'm most of a person who is culturally Muslim than religiously Muslim.
Hmm.
So Dubai is perfect for us, and
Hmm.
Dubai gives us that lifestyle which we want to live.
Yeah, and
Um,
nobody
uh,
would question you anything
of
about.
course, it
Hmm.
doesn't. Obviously, Dubai has a pretty. You can't have a political or any other thing in Dubai, which is their way, and we need to respect that.
Hmm.
And average Emirati I talk to is very liberated.
Hmm.
The new generation, you need to talk to them. They talk. Like the coffee houses are full.
Hmm.
We could talk intellect. We could talk about the world. They are pretty much aware
Hmm.
what's happening around.
Hmm.
They want to keep all the bad guys away. They
Hmm.
have a very strict visa policy now, which
Hmm.
is right.
Hmm.
The newer generation is educated, westernized, not westernized, but I would say they're Western educated, but they've applied
Their own values as well.
their own values. They love wearing their own jubbas than
Yes.
jeans or a t-shirt. So they're not westernized, but they have this sense that we're Amaratis, and this is a country, and accepted that the expats who came are here to improve our country,
Yeah.
right? So the respect for expats in Dubai is amazing.
Yeah,
Right?
which is I think a misconcept around the world who
Yeah.
haven't been to Dubai, because I was having a consultancy call 2 days back, and this guy was contemplating on moving to Dubai, and his last question was that what about roads? Are they having road rages on the roads, and the Marathis might say you anything that you and they can get away with that? I said no, the law is same for everybody. So if a Marathi or an expat or anybody XYZ Westerner or anybody who does swearing on road or anything like that, they cannot get away with that. So the law is equal. That's the best part. So okay, you cannot make as much money, although that is also a myth now. But yes, the government helps Emiratis a lot. But in
They
terms
should.
of,
They
yeah, they
should. They
should.
should.
But at the same time, the law does not distinguish between Emirati and expat. If anything bad happens on the road, uh, any nationality will be held accountable the same way. Let's say a Pakistani or Indian will be held accountable for same before Emirati or any Western expat. So that is a good part about Dubai.